Name is Terry with an A.
Yeah, see? It's Barry.
Hey, Harry, see? He even told
These
you.
fucking guys are driving me nuts. Skag and Skog and Skug and Skeeg. Oh my god.
Hey,
Hey,
Skeeg's
don't
my
talk
brother.
about Geeg.
You leave him out of this.
All right. Skeeg's
Tyler,
not here.
you-
We're not going to talk about him. He's not here.
All right, let's see. I learned two
Oh,
spells
this
a
is
level,
gonna be
right?
great.
I'm trying to remember. Sorcerers learn 2 spells a level?
If you just go to your managed spells, it'll tell you how many spells you got if you're on D&D Beyond.
I'm not on D&D Beyond. I'm in my player's handbook, but I was looking at the spells themselves.
Give me 2 seconds and I can tell you how many spells a level 6 sorcerer would know.
So we're right now we're like on the boat, away
boat?
like going from this mainland into the smaller island where these like hairy people are supposed to be.
Yeah, the inhabitants
Terry
of the
people.
island.
5 cantrips, 7 spells.
5 cantrips? Holy snap.
So essentially, what's happened is you've been contracted by the group of villagers that are living near this island in the middle of the lake. If you'll look at my screen, you'll see. Essentially, there's a crescent-shaped lake or island in the middle. So what's happening is everybody in the villages along the lake are being ransacked of their pitch, their tar. You know, it's been taken, as well as a number of other burnable items, and their children, specifically daughters from all of the locals. This most recent raiding has also left a unfortunate extra, which tufts of fur, leading the villagers to decide that it must be the locals from the island in the middle. They all know about them, and they're not exactly big fans, but they know of their ability to track, and some people will contract with them occasionally to help with locating some animals or fugitives in the area. So you have been contracted to basically go in and get the children back, as well as all their pitch, and maybe take a few heads while you're there, for good riddance. Now, you come from this area. This is where more or less you come from, and you make your way to the island. This little white circle in the middle is where you've been told the Knoll camp is typically located, and that's pretty much it. You guys, you find yourselves on a boat on the way over, and it's up to you how you want to proceed.
I'm going to puke over the side of the ship.
So guys, I've been thinking about this a lot, right? We've been hired by these people to go out to this island and maybe take care of these people. But are these people like the native population of this island? And what I'm thinking is like, is this a racially motivated targeting of indigenous people? Are we just stereotyping these people because they're hairy and they don't look like the people on the mainland? Like,
Why
are
am
we
I not
getting dragged into some racism here is what I'm kind of wondering.
I'm not
Yeah,
dead.
Give me
You're not
just a
racist.
second. That was a lot of information to process that you just spilled at me.
I have enough intelligence to understand that.
My character just goes quiet in like hard concentration for a
Just
second.
thinks for like 30 solid seconds, just like, can you say that again?
Harry like waves his hand in front of his eyes, glassed over eyes.
After a second, I come to. Well, what were we talking about again? We're here to rescue
Racially
some
motivated
daughters, right?
indigenous stereotyping. Come on, man, keep up.
Right. Yes. We will kill the indigenous people that are being stereotyped again.
No, that's not what I'm saying, Skug. Look, the people from where we're coming from, they are gonna look different from the people to where we're going to, right? So maybe
No,
because they look
yes.
different, they just
People
think
really
that
look
they're
this
bad.
different.
You did find tufts of fur in the area where people were pillaged, and that's what they're more or less going off of. That's pretty much it, though.
And I've been thinking about that too, right? So like they found tufts of fur, right? So like
Speaking
could
of
be a
that
million
voice
things
from
you can
God.
have. Maybe somebody's like super racist in the village and he's trying to lay it on these guys, right? Or maybe it was like wolves or something. There's all kinds of hairy beasts up in these jungles.
So you're saying we should You're saying we should find the daughters before we act.
That's right. That's what I'm thinking. Instead of just going in, swords ablazing, we take a gander at the situation. Try to figure out what's going on first.
Has there been a ransom demanded?
Well,
No.
that's what Harry
don't
thinks
think
we
so.
should do. Sounds like a good plan to Scug.
Go
What
kill
about
the
Skag?
people, get the people, and sacrifice the people to an elder god, right?
Yeah.
Or
Wait, what?
No?
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Who are you?
Yeah.
I'm scared.
I mean, why
we
did
haven't
they
really
take the
been
daughters?
talking
Maybe they
about,
are
like,
sacrificed into an elder god. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
we've been talking
possibility.
about personal beliefs and all that, but like, are you worshiping some kind of crazy elder deities or something that I need to know about?
Nah, just making deals.
And deals
Okay.
are fine.
I
Okay.
want to roll any insight on it.
Yes.
Scug takes you at your word. It's fine.
Skag, you're gonna have to roll or have to admit against his insight. Just be reasonable.
I'm,
Oh, I
I'm
rolled a
lying
28.
to him, you know.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay. So I need to roll deception.
Yeah.
Oh. You want me to roll on here, or do you want me to roll at home?
Do
Can
whatever
you
you
beat
want,
a
man.
28?
All right. Let me grab my dice.
We're a bunch of
I have
trusting individuals
expertise
here.
and insight.
Well, I'm not gonna lie for Dungeons and Dragons. This is my wife's dice. Frick it. I'll do it for now. I'll find my
Fuck
dice.
it, I'm gonna lie for now.
Well.
I got a 30.
Hey. I rolled 12, so 8. You rolled a 30. How?
I'm
got a
just,
20.
Oh,
that was a
rogue.
joke.
Okay.
That's definitely a joke. Wait, did somebody actually
No, I
get...
got a 28.
Oh my god,
I
holy
rolled
shit.
a 19 and I got a plus
great.
9.
Dude, I was making a fucking joke. There's
He's
no
his
reason.
rogue, so that makes sense. Okay, I got a 19. I'm lying to you, man.
Right. Okay, Skag. I definitely believe you. You do not worship elder gods. No sacrifices needed.
Oh, yeah. Good, you believe me. I totally. Yeah.
It's like he's
There's
speaking
my-
out loud. Yes, he believes me. What an idiot.
I don't worship them. I wouldn't really want to make a deal with them. They're known to go back on their word, so
That is true.
Now that that's settled, shall we
there's my
start
dice.
looking around this island?
How do you guys want to approach the island, first off?
So,
Where
I
is
assume
there
we're
a
in like a
dock?
rowboat or something?
From the south.
Yeah, you guys are in kind of a dinghy. Nothing too serious. It's not a big island, or not a big lake, like maybe half a mile to the shore.
Nothing big enough to have a flag on it, or just like or is it like a sloop, which is a small boat?
Yeah.
Or a dinghy, which is like a rowboat.
I said it's a dinghy.
You
You-
said it was a
Yeah,
dinghy.
I
You
know,
gotta
I
get
know
you.
you did. So I thought myself through a problem.
Okay, we should come from the south so that we can trek through the forest for a while.
Because I like the forest.
I hate the forest. Can we light it on fire?
I'd like to roll a perception and see like what can I see about this island, like maybe kind of figure out what
Oh,
the
yeah.
best avenue of approach would be.
In all honesty, that it's a C-shaped island, so there's going to be probably beaches in the middle of there.
Don't exactly take the images to scale.
Okay.
So
I
just
said
yeah.
C-shaped, so
Yeah,
not
no, the
scale.
shape is right. It is a crescent,
I
but
got
the
a
size is
16 on my
all kind of
perception.
fucked. Okay, so what do you see on what is you looking for?
I'm trying to like just look at the island, see if I notice anything that stands out, or anything that seems like it might be a good place to disembark.
Okay, as you're approaching from the right side.
Yeah.
East side.
So you, as you come up from the east side, you discover that there is an inlet. The crescent side is it's mostly beachhead, very easily launched into, and then the southern side and the northern side appear to be mostly just rough tree and almost rock crags on the north side, and just not exactly inviting, but kind of rough waters on the south side.
Right, but we are in a dinghy, so that wouldn't be like the worst trouble in the world, right?
Right.
Or is it like
Yeah,
sheer?
you'd be fine. It'd just be a little bit just annoying to get through. You could land on the south side. The north side, you probably couldn't. You'd have to make your way up like a craggy little.
We'd go into the inlet, go to the south side, or try to
there's
make our way
my
to the north,
microphone.
which would be hard. Those are the
Yes,
options.
Are we expected
Circle
there?
around the island.
So the you probably are not expected on the island, but the people on the island do expect villagers occasionally.
We're investigating the missings of some daughters. Well, probably not exactly us aren't expected.
Right. Yeah. So you'll have to find that out.
So I guess we do the inlet since that's closest to where. To
Actually,
the,
with what's going on, can I roll a religion to see if I can think of like any sacrificial rituals I might be into?
These guys all about the sacrificial.
I mean, yeah, sure. You can keep some sacrificial rituals in your head as you.
No, I mean like that I can think of that they would be kidnapping the people for in
I
this
see.
area.
I see. Okay. Sure. Go ahead.
All right. I rolled a 19, so 23.
Holy fuck! All right. So, you know to yourself that there have been apparently some rituals done in not exactly this island, but this area. The rituals typically involve the sacrifice of somebody for some god or the other, but nothing exactly specific that you can think of.
No fertility or land getting better or anything like that, or the seas being calm.
So you do know that there have been people talking about rough seas being whipped into a frenzy after some sacrifices have gone through.
The opposite approach, then, maybe.
Right.
cultists hate this one new trick. Try our new ritual sacrifice.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay,
We're,
that's fine. Thank you for the information.
Certainly.
well, where we
I
land?
don't deem it important enough to
Just
share
go
with
in the
class.
inlet. Probably the simplest approach.
Yeah, I think the inlet's probably closest to where we're trying to go, right?
Here. Alright, I guess we'll approach from the inlet then.
Alright, so you guys make your way into the inlet. You probably just dock your boat as you come across. There's a line of trees against just a short crop of grass, and you can't see very far into the trees at all. They're pretty thick. You can see at least one trail, maybe two or three if you look fairly hard, of just ways into the woods that seem fairly well traveled. You see a couple of boats docked along the shore, but there's nobody there. So you make your way.
Clarification. You say kind of well traveled, like an animal trail, or like?
Yeah. So the trails, one of the trails is clearly marked as just like a main way in, but there's a couple of other trails leading off into just different directions.
Animals don't like people, but
Where-
they're typically the better way to travel across larger bodies of land that you can.
We came in basically like a rowboat, so pull it slightly ashore so it doesn't get washed away.
Pull it into past the beach. I'll
Just
help
pull it
with
in
that.
so it doesn't get swept away.
You
said
can-
it was like more of a rowboat.
Terry does not help in this process. He just jumps out of the boat and starts adjusting his hat as he's looking around.
That's fine.
Jerk. I'm not gonna say that.
So you come across the beach, and there appears to be a couple of signs just kind of along it.
Signs.
Yeah, just kind of crude signs, nothing too clear, but just one of them. It just shows a couple of claw marks and an arrow pointing ahead, and it's right up against the tree line in the main obvious path.
Like signpost style sign, or like
Yeah.
somebody carved into a tree kind of sign.
Just a
Or nailed to
signpost.
a tree.
It's a signpost right up against the trees.
Okay.
Well, boys, looks straightforward enough. Seems this village or whatever is, straight ahead.
Yes.
I'm uneasy about that. Why would there be a sign right where we landed?
Well, I mean, this does seem to be the main kind of area to approach. There's like a whole path. And
Why
the
isn't
villagers
there a
come
dock
from.
here then?
one thing to do and see if they got the daughters or not. If not, well, this has been a waste of a trip.
All right. Go take a look. I'm uneasy about the situation.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
Uneasy.
Yeah, gonna follow the
Start
path.
walking the main trail.
Gonna keep an eye out for like traps though.
Okay. So you guys, you walk up the path. You can note that it's very well made. As I said, it's well trodden. There's
I got a nat
vines that have
20
been- Oh, for
my,
perception.
investigation
Oh,
for
yeah.
looking for traps.
Okay, all right, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. You investigate the fuck out of this trail. Like you've never seen so many footprints that come up and down a single wooden wooded path. Vines just crisscross overhead, interwoven into intricate patterns, and some trees have been even
Decorative
groomed.
pattern?
Decorative is probably the best word to use for it. It is still rugged and rough, but in its own way, it's probably quite pleasant. Trees just kind of groomed so that the branches don't grow too low, so you can easily walk through. And overall, just a nice walk through the woods.
I pull out my war drum. Shall I announce our presence then?
Druids made this trail. You know what? I'm all for announcing our presence.
Why not? I mean, what's the worst that happens? A bunch of, evil primitive savages come out and attack us or kidnap us or do something crazy to us. Sacrifice. Who
Well, if
does
they
that,
attack
right?
This, their precious force is going to
Right,
burn.
Skag?
Do you think that could actually happen?
Oh, I mean, anything could happen, but we're adventurers. We're well prepared, probably, hopefully. We'll see.
As soon as we get close.
There's no
enough to
traps,
town,
so I feel like
I will bang the
if
war
they
drum.
were expecting bad company or something, and they're forest-dwelling peoples, they would be very likely to have laid out traps, and there are no traps. I've seen 0 traps, and trust me, I'm very good at seeing traps.
We're on a
I
force.
trust your eyes.
It is well traveled.
If I can say that without laughing.
Very well traveled.
You know where you don't put down traps? Where your kids and your family are gonna walk.
That's true, but if they were expecting villagers, they would expect the villagers to come through this path, and they would put traps along these paths, and then they would tell the kids, hey, don't be a dumbass, don't go down this path, There's it's traps.
Maybe these people are friendly, and we're targeting the wrong people.
Exactly, that's what I was telling you. Racially motivated indigenous stereotyping.
I'm pretty sure you never told me that.
Why am I
I
not
don't
dead,
remember
man?
that.
They would have attacked me if they were that
I
bad.
would have remembered something like that.
Oh, I mean, many cultures are subject to ignorance, and they just assume because a different race, a species, a subspecies, they looks different, then maybe they ain't as smart or like
I see,
civilized or
Harry.
something like
I'll
that.
pat Harry on the shoulder. I understand. I see you're meaning yourself, and I understand, and I'll just keep walking.
Harry's
Just
shoulders
nods to yourself
slump, and he
very
just
heavily.
he rubs his hand down his face. He's like, "Ay."
I'll nod too and just go down the path. I mean, like, I have a 12 intelligence. I can understand what you're talking about. I just think it's wrong.
I have 7 intelligence.
Yeah, that tracks. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do you guys gong your bong, or bong your gong?
As soon as
Oh,
I see
yeah.
the sound, or as soon as we see something, I will start gonging a bong.
We're walking down the path, and he's just banging on
Just
his
waiting for someone to present yourself to? Okay.
on his.
I have it at the
shield gong,
ready. I have my shield gong out. I have my club ready to
clanging-
bash into
clanging
it.
His club. In your head, it's not a club. It's just a gong mallet.
It's a mallet. It's my mallet.
So, you work your way through the path, and you come across, you start coming into what appears to be very obviously an opening into a village. The village is very neatly laid out and overall welcoming. You can see.
Do I see anybody?
Yes, you absolutely see a bustle of
Perfect.
people.
People to announce ourselves to. I will bang my gong in just the sweetest of way.
What kind of people?
So you
You
can
want me
see
to
from
make
here.
intimidation or a performance for that?
What is
Your bong and the gong.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say that would. Are you trying to intimidate them?
Am I?
if you're trying to intimidate them, we should go about it a little bit
Yeah,
differently.
well,
I'm
yeah.
not
If you're
I
trying
feel
to.
like, I feel like I
to.
feel like Scug is just trying to show off.
Yeah, no, I think you're just trying to perform right now, because intimidation implies intent, and you're not really trying to get anything
I rolled
right now.
9, so 19.
A 19. All right, so you bong the absolute fuck out of your gong, and everybody in the village stops what they're doing. Like you can hear a hustle and bustle, kind of like a murmur coming from here, because you're still a good bit off, and it cuts off instantly. Nobody's doing anything.
We
and they
have
stare
been
your direction.
announced.
Sure, this picture's good enough.
I feel like maybe we should have thought this out a little bit more, like going into a village and now everybody's stopping what they're doing. Fine
thought
people
so.
of this village,
Every-
hello. We are an adventuring party from the mainland, and we've been hired to find some daughters and pitch, I think. Is there anybody we can talk to? Sorry for interrupting your fine day. My name is Terry.
There you go. You guys all heard Barry?
My name is Terry, Skag. I remember your name. Why can't you ever remember mine?
Now I'm confused. Is it Barry or is it Harry?
Terry.
I just told you.
Terry Skug. I've been telling you so many times.
Right.
It is impressive that you do actually remember and differentiate the correct like scug and skag. Like it is
It's good.
truly impressive.
All right, Larry, let's get this on.
So yeah, you announce yourselves. Do you do anything else?
No, just my speech.
Wait for their introduction.
Yeah, I just called out to them.
Okay.
Just stand there
Does
with
anybody
my
say-
club
anybody-
out and my
anybody-
shield, looking very friendly in my own mind.
After a couple of seconds, the entire village just kind of relaxes and goes about their business. And in 2 or 3, the people from more or less the gate, not really gate, there's not exactly a wall either, but 2 or 3 people from the group split off and head towards your direction. They
What
appear.
species are these people?
You see as they get a little bit closer that they are definitely gnolls. They are clearly not humans.
Oh, you're sharing there.
I thought you said nobles, and I was like, wait, what? You said gnolls. That's
Gnolls.
different.
Yeah,
Okay.
they are humpback, hairy, not tusked.
Oh, filthy
but-
and filthy
Eh.
degenerates. Oh, you said gnolls, not nobles. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I know.
They're,
I thought they were degenerates, but instead they're just gnolls.
They're little jittering jackal fucking critter
Furries.
bastards. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
jackal furries. So yeah, a couple of them split off in your direction and start walking towards you. They
Wait,
don't
I
appear
forget.
I will-
harmful.
Are they
My-
medium creatures or small creatures? I don't remember.
They're medium.
Okay. I know they're shorter than I am, so. Because they're hunched.
Do you prepare? Do anything special? Like getting ready to?
I
I'll
will
just talk to
walk
them.
forward to meet them.
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk up and meet them. You can
Hold
tell.
on, my mother is calling me.
Should we all?
That's usually what gnolls look like, by the way, in
Yeah.
case you actually didn't know.
They're like hyena. They're like were hyenas, kinda.
Yeah, like jackal, hyena.
Well, jackal.
Weird
Yeah,
names.
sure. I know. I'm just like was trying to remember if they were small or large or medium.